Guys, I am live today about control. This is such a deep topic for me, control, and I wanted to experience and understand what control is, where is it coming from, and what it's for, and how we experience that in the body, and control as what? Where did it come from? So today I'm gonna look at control as a program that you can see within you, and you can see around in this world, in this simulation, how control works, and what are the patterns, and how it affects your health, and how to to break that control, break that pattern, break that program, remove that program, and what it hides underneath. So okay, let's dive. Control. What is control? What is control? Control is a program. Is a program in the in our simulator. It's a program, it's in a simulator that you are existing right now in 3D reality, in this physical world. It's a program. It's a program is needed for human beings, or for any beings, to be not themselves, but to control. It's a control of a power, right? Because if you have the power, you in control. So what we, as human beings, right now we're gonna look at the human beings on Earth. You give up your willpower, that divine spark, that emotion, that fire. It's suppressed, and therefore you are controlled. So that's how the government works. That's how the whoever in control right now, they are working through your willpower. So the control is a mechanism to remove your willpower, to remove your power, to remove, for you to be who you are. And if we are controlled, we are slaves. We programmed to be controlled. We have this program, and we propagate that program on our surroundings. And it's quite a deep mechanism, because you start controlling others without knowing that you're controlling them, and you don't like being controlled by society. Well, just remember when you were a child, how it was difficult. It was difficult to be controlled by your parent, by your mother, to be told what to do, how to do it, and so it's this wanting to be free. And ultimately, we can find that freedom, and we either submit to the system, to the control, through our own control, or we fight. These are leaders. These are outside thinkers. These are people who realize themselves. They understand the mechanism. So I want you to show how it works, so you can catch it inside you and help yourself to get to that freedom. Because let's look at, okay, so what do we control? Like, as a human being, just look at what you control. What are you trying to control? What do we control? We control emotions, right? Sometimes you would just want to kill someone, but you control it because society is not allowing, and you know that if you kill someone, you're gonna go to jail, you will lose you go to prison, right? So there are consequences. But you still want to kill something. So what do you do with that feeling? You control your emotion. You suppress that emotion. The only way to control emotion is to suppress it. To say that it doesn't exist, it's not right, covered with guilt or something else. And then in your dreams, you still killing your mother, like I did for many years. So suppressing your dark energy, your anger, your entrepreneurship, suppressing. The society is suppressing that. What do we control? We control our children. On the personal level, I'm just talking about the personal level. What do we control, right? We control our children, how they behave, how they think, what school they should go to. We control their emotions. Not every parent can withstand the anger of a child. Not every couple, not every man can withstand the energy and emotion of a woman. That's why that's why the society came up with hormonal pills. We have castration for men. Because there is power, okay? So controlling, what do we control as human beings? What else do we control? We control our weight, the way we look. How often people, when I do detoxes, when I lead these group detoxes, how many people, every single one, they're afraid to do something not correctly. They're afraid to start it a day later, or they're controlling the way they look, or if their emotions coming up, they start to control them. Controlling your body, this is a big one. Controlling your body, because body is a very intelligent organism. It's a spacesuit. It's programmable, and it has genetics or memory in the cells. These are programs that you have to be aware and consciously go through them, through death. That's a separate topic. So controlling, it's control mechanism. We control our body, the way we look. We don't like something the way it looks. What do? We control it aesthetically. How many plastic surgeries people making money now on that control? Control. What else do we control? Control what we eat. Conscious eating is one story, but when people go in these ascetic, the women, or in the spiritual communities, Shanka, for example, or people go into long periods of no food, no water, controlling. Okay, there's times when you want to lighten your body, when you want to go on some kind of a diet, kind of to feel. But if it's just watch it, just look at it. Just look at it. Is that a program of control? After you finish watching this whole, I want you to see how deep that program works. You are programmed. It's a program. Control. It's designed so all slaves controlling themselves. So they control one person and then they control themselves. So it's easy. They don't spend time and money to controlling you. You control yourself. Controlling actions. You're controlling your actions by going to, you choosing a school institution or your specific role. You are either controlled by somebody's opinion. Why do you go there? Why do you need to go to the most prestigious law school, for example? It's a mechanism of control, so that you're in control of your life. What else do we control? We control finances. And the way we control finances is a horrible. You save. You're controlling. It's very controlling. I'm not talking about helping others and some different earning money, but there is a program of control. Just look at it. Just be honest. I'm not doing anything. I'm just showing you how this program of control works. And that's why you're sick, and that's why you don't have free will, willpower. You can't, and you're sick. You don't have, you lose things. Anyway, so controlling, hi guys, whoever are joining. Controlling. Okay, what else do we control? We control the way we think, right? We control our thinking, especially this new spirituality. I need to be positively thinking. Whether you're controlled by the podcasts. You're controlled by other people, their opinions. Or if you are working in a profession, you're controlled by standards. We have standards of care. Standards of care. Can you just think about that? We had standards of care. If you are a conscious adult human being, do you need standards of care? Do you need what is control? Controlling. What are we controlling? And what are we afraid when we're out of control? Have you seen somebody that, like, a kid would go crazy and the mother says, he's out of control. The kid he has fun. He's having a blast. He's in his power, in his creative thinking, in his playful mode, in himself. That child, he's not out of control. He's out of control. He is in his natural state. He's in natural state. Do you understand? So when we don't have control, we're in our natural state. We don't need to be controlled. We don't need to be controlled. Control is needed for whom? for children, right? For children. If you are an adult in a childhood state, you need some kind of guidance, you need control. You're not in control of your mind, your actions, your body. You're not understanding who you are, what you're here for, what this body is for, how it operates. You don't know, so you need someone else to control you. But what if you knew already from the beginning, you already knew how to control, but then the parents controlled you because they were controlled. They are controlling themselves, they're controlled by society, and they want to control you so that you in the same control group. We have in control studies, control group. Just look at all these names where you see control. Marketing, control through marketing. How we control our mind through marketing. So yeah, this system controls you. Gifted, have you seen the movie Gifted? It shows you how this control works. It's black and white. It starts with black and white, the hero, right? Chosen. He's gifted. Why is he gifted? Because he remembers. He remembers who he is. But the society they show, the society is all white. It's all perfect. You just daily scan your arm and you get injection. You're controlled. You don't have the right to think freely. You are controlled. So how do you... Okay, so what else do we control? We control our cars, we control our lives, we control our state of being. We control the way we behave, the way we show up to life. We control our interaction, our circle. We control the way we interact. We control other people. And the way we control our other people is through manipulation. And everybody does that. Even though I don't manipulate, we in perfect love and perfect harmony. You in this 3D place, you controlling because, and I can explain to you what happens. So let's get to this. Controlling when what happens when we can't, what we afraid would happen if we can't control our emotion, when we can't control the situation, when our house collapses in disaster, when we move to a country and there is flood, I have no place to live, when we enter a relationship and that relationship ends, when we birth a child and the child leaves the house, when we marry someone and the husband dies, and now we enter in the state of absolute chaos. We can't control many things. Now it's faster, deeper. What are we controlling? We're controlling an illusion. Okay, controlling an illusion of safety, of love that we didn't receive, or it's not that we didn't receive, as that we couldn't adult ourselves to connect to the source and receive that love. And that's through that's a mechanism. We didn't grow up, so we're afraid to lose love, care, safety. Somebody's we're afraid to lose money. It's a fear. Underneath is a fear. It's a program of survival. In 3D matrix, it's a big program of survival. Control. You have to be in control. You have to be in control of your emotions. How many times people told me I'm emotional? What do you think they are? They're suppressing their emotions. So whoever said that, or when people criticize me, when people criticize you, yeah. Control. It's a survival mechanism. It's the survival of ego. What else in spirituality? People controlling. I need to do one more meditation. I need to do one more practice. I need to do one more level of TTC. I need to do this. I need to read more book. I need controlling. It's a control. Because what happens if you don't do it? What will happen? What will happen when you stop going to work? What will happen when your partner leaves you? What will happen? And it can happen today, tomorrow, in 10 days, 10 months, 10 years. What you afraid that it will happen? You go all in spirituality, doing mushrooms, doing ayahuasca, doing other practices, breath work, yoga. You're cleaning, you're fixing things, you're busy, going to work, taking care of somebody, saving someone, helping someone, giving advices. What are you afraid will happen when you lose control? What will happen? It's a fear of death. Fear of death. Of death of the program. You are not dying. It's a program that has to die. But you're afraid. You're afraid because you're afraid to go into that space, and what happens? You don't want to die. You don't want to die, but you don't want to live. So you're in this between state. Who is not afraid to die? That's the person that starts a business 10 times, 100 times. That's the person that can withstand criticism. That's a person can start from zero. That's a person can discover different abilities. It's a person that is not afraid to be true to herself, himself. Just be you. Afraid of being alone. We controlling our environment. We controlling children here, friends here, some family, new people. It's controlling. How else we control house? We control our house. We create that little safety bubble, and then just look how much control daily, how much energy goes into control daily. How much energy goes into control daily. To be a persona that you are not. Because you're afraid to die. Yesterday there was a comment on Instagram. Person just was scared to death to die. What do I do? It's a resource. It's a resource. What's the willpower? Is the resource. How do I get there? Through death. You have to die. You have to die. That's why there is disasters, wars. You need to die. As a persona. I'm not talking about physical body. Die. Just die. Just lay down and die. I did a few times already. So you carry that dead body, that weight of relationship, of situation, of I don't know what, the mortgage. I had mortgage. I signed up for mortgage for 15 years and then I went to 30 years. The weight of that, it's enormous. In a prison, in controlled environment. You are like little bacteria in a controlled environment, in a little pond, controlling. Look how you control. So let's look how people look like, how bodies look like when they are controlling. How do they behave? Their bodies, it sucks. It sucks to be in a body that you control so much. It's difficult to look at them because there is no freedom. They lock themselves up in such a basement, and then they smoking and then they drinking. It's terrible to look at that body. Have you seen the controlled body? The ones that don't eat, they control through eating, bulimia. They want to look young. They're spending money on all these cosmetic surgeries. The body, you know, they've got tits and eyes, and you know that it doesn't look good. It doesn't look natural. Or opposite, they're controlling their feelings, and they eat. They have to eat. They have to eat. The more emotions you suppress, the more hunger you're gonna have. You have to eat it. You need sugar to hold that dark. That's another mechanism of control. You cannot be in your body because it hurts, and so you want to be out. You don't want to die. You don't want to feel the... So that's the thing. It's a fear. It's a fear of death. It's a sign of death. When you start and control something, when you see or when you interact with a person, and then when you start seeing that they're controlling, and when you talk about them that they're controlling, how does that feel? You're afraid of your own. It reminds you of your own death. Hi guys, your own death. It's you on the edge of seeing that pain. So when control appears in your life, when you start actually noticing, or when you, like for example, for me, before my menstrual cycle, I notice I want to clean things. I want things clean. Women before birth, they want to clean things that doesn't give shit during their whole pregnancy, and suddenly like they clean in little corner. It's hilarious. I don't know. Like if women listening to me, the ones that went through this, you understand. I did the same thing with all my menstrual cycles. I need to clean something. I need to make something to control my environment because death is coming. Every period, every menstrual cycle for women is a death. We're going into death cyclically, voluntarily, kind of. Well, not all women die in the cycle. For me, I resisted that. And that's why I had a lot of pain. It's a death. It's a sign of death. Control is a sign of death. Something has to die inside. Inside is like died 20 years ago, yesterday, and you still don't want to let go of that. Relationship, situation, anything, conversation. Your personality needs to die, fucking die. But you don't let it. The fear kicks in because you're in the system, you're programmed. The program cannot be to get out of the matrix. You need to kill the program. You need to reprogram. You need to kill the program. How you reprogram is through willpower. And so when these programs die, a different program will kick in. Something else will kick in. Suicide program, for example. Anything to keep you in the system in this form, in this format. So nothing so that you not wake up, you don't express yourself, you're not yourself. So that's why it's very painful when these programs die. But that's the only way to see it, to see these programs, to kind of trace them. And now, it's the sign of death. It's a sign of fucking death. You have to die. This moment, you controlling something, you start to control your house, control your friends, control anything. And the way you control it through manipulation. It could be very subtle, very good, very subtle. But you controlling, you manipulating. You manipulate others and others manipulate you. So we are afraid to die. We're afraid to die, but that's a sign of death. We're afraid to die. We're afraid of pain and discomfort. Rejection, right? For example, rejection. It's a terror. It's an act of terror on us. That's why we're controlling. Pain. Not every human being can withstand pain. And that's why you're in control. That's why you need to be controlled. If you cannot die and come to yourself and control your own body, control yourself, control your voice, control your actions, control your thoughts, I don't need anyone on Instagram to tell me how to behave on Instagram. I never took any course. I don't want it. I know what to do. Just push a button. I don't care. It's me. I am in control of my body. We're afraid of that rejection, criticism, pain, death. But that program has to die. There are other programs, but that's a sign. So when you start to controlling something, when you notice that other person is controlling, you see that. It's just reflecting your own control. Because how do we feel when we are controlled? How our body experiences that? It's horrible. It's horrible when you are controlled. When you are a slave. When you have to perform certain action that you don't like. It's horrible. Hi guys. It's terrible. How does our body feel? Let's go into this. How does our body feel? Our body, it's an insomnia. It's a pressure. the way we experience. It's tightness, narrowing. You can't express it. You restless. You become very restless. Panic attacks. Who has panic attacks? Because you control your emotions. When we are controlled by others, when we are controlled, when we in the controlled environment, how do you feel? How do you feel when you go to work and boss tells you something that you know, but you can't do it? You know better. But he's the boss. And you just have to be, right? How do you feel when you control? How do you feel? How did you feel when you were a child and your father smacked you in the ass? How do you feel? How do you feel when someone yells at you? How do you feel when someone tells you you can't travel? You have to get a vaccine to travel. How do you feel when someone tells you you can't breathe, you have to put a mask on you? How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel when someone hurt you? Okay, there are people, we get, when we're slave, we get used to certain punishment. We used to certain behavior from others. We used to be on a lower vibration. We used to not to express our voice. We used to, we submit to that structure. Your house, your mother, your father. That's why children live for a long time. You submit because you cannot grow up. You cannot stand up for yourself. You cannot put boundaries. You don't have enough resources. You don't have that willpower. Willpower is just on the fucking bottom of the ocean. Your willpower. No, I'm serious. When you're in this place for a long time, what happens? That willpower is not only on the bottom, on the floor, it's on the bottom of the sea floor and deeper. And locked up in some box with a key that's out there somewhere. It's for a long time, when slave for a long time, as a slave, he acts and think and act, the only way to survive physically in the body is to submit. So that's why with some of my clients they need structure. They need to be told what to do. They get used to, they've been in this control for so long. They've been controlled by someone else. They need that. They need a structure. I need to tell them what to do. But I don't work this way. It doesn't work. You have to want to heal. You have to want to listen. You have to want to do something. You have to wake up that little power, that willpower. You know, you have to feel it a little bit, like, fuck, I want to bomb this shit place. You have to, once you have that, I can help you. Until then, you're dead. You want to be dead, and that's the only way. You're just gonna die physically, oncology, I don't know, and go through chemotherapy, have painful surgery, and maybe through that experience, like you have to go in such a deeper pain to wake you up. How many things have to happen in your life that you finally put this diving suit on you and go get a flashlight and start looking for that your willpower on the bottom of the ocean. Start diving. Oh, I'm scared of the sharks. I'm scared of the darkness. Go. You gotta go. Figure it out. Once you're on this way, let go. Let go of the control. Feel how amazing to feel when you're out of control. When you get out of the toxic relationship, which is, like when you get out of control. It's not toxic relationship, it's just it's these labels. I don't like it. When you hit such a bottom that you can't, your body, it will explode your body. You implode in disease. You can't. That bomb eventually has to go. But if you have a program of to keep like this loyalty to something, to relationship, to pattern, to, I don't know, this it's another program. We'll talk later. Death. You have to die. You have to die. You have to die. You have to let whatever controlling be. Okay, when I started talking about this being out of control feeling, we want you want that. Even if you were in an amazing relationship, I had a relationship, I had a cat, I had a good job, I could travel, I had a house, I had a brand new car, I had money, I had my parents, I could go to the store and buy whatever I want. What happened? What happened? I realized I was feeling that person in the movie Matrix, Neo, leading two lives. I start to live or the gifted, he started remembering. I was remembering. I had intuition. Suddenly, I had clear vision. In my dreams, I was seeing, I was traveling different planets. I was seeing dead people. My memory started to come back. I was feeling other person. And I thought that was my feelings. People were telling me that I'm crazy. Control, okay? That's control, because you're in control environment. You want to be free. You want to be free. And now I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. For a moment, I'm free. I feel free. How does it feel when you're free? It's so amazing. Out of control. That's that feeling. That's the feeling of being who you are, not being controlled by anything. In your dreams, I don't know how many of you you can kill anyone. You can jump, fly. Right? Last night, I had such a speed, just so fast. I was maneuvering through galaxies. I was flying through galaxies. I'm missing that feeling. That's natural feeling. You in the fast vibrations. When you're in this simulation, you have to slow down through birth and death. You have to die. Yeah, you have to die to be born as a child. You have to go through that death process. It's agony. It's fucking hell. If you remember as a child what you went through. But that's the same thing in the adulthood. It's death, death, death. Is slowing, when you dying, slowing, this feeling of slowing down, right? And it's not pleasant because you don't know how, you are higher vibrational. I'm talking to people right now that have souls and hear me. Even human, earthy people. You have soul. You have souls. You came from. You have this. You have God's particle. You came with this power of creation. Controlling by church, controlling by spirituality. It's another topic I'm going into next week. Controlling mechanisms. So you need to die to feel that freedom, to be who you are, to release that mask. Not to be this, I don't know, whatever mask you have right now. What mask do you see? To be loved by someone. I'm not afraid. Right now I'm here, I'm speaking to you. I'm more natural. It's me. It's me. I don't put any makeup. I don't care how my hair is like. It's like this. I put on the t-shirt. I don't know. Whatever. It's me. I'm not trying to impress you. If I was trying to impress you, you would feel the fakeness. I'd put some nail, like do some lips and stuff. That natural feeling. People come to me with disease. I cannot. Nobody can heal you. Nobody can, because you. It's a program. It's a mask. And you're afraid to die. You're afraid you're in fear. But you have to die. You have to want to. I only work with people who are already know where their willpower. They know they can touch it once in a while, and they're ready to go into death. With me, when you work with me, you're gonna go into death, but faster. You're gonna go into the direction. I can only direct you, but I cannot take that fear, your pain, your programs. No, you have to work through that. You have to die, you have to touch, you have to find that willpower. And through this willpower, you take your first breath out there. And then I'll guide you later. So that's control. That's a program of control. That's how it works. You don't feel good. You don't feel good in your body when you control it. You don't feel good in the country that's trying to control you. You don't feel good in your home when your parents are trying to control you. You don't feel good when you're in a spiritual community. You don't feel good in the neighborhood if they're trying to control you. There's the neighborhoods where you pay money and they tell you what color of the house should be. Yeah, we have a lot of these. You don't feel good when someone tells you what to do. When someone tells you what to eat against your truth, against you on that moment that you steps in. When I was first in spiritual community, we had an outbreak of scabies, and in the circle in the community I was in, to keep participating in the community, to be accepted into community, I was forced by decision of the leaders to take chemicals. And there was only me and another person that said no, and the rest took it. That's how easy you are controlled. Very easy. You are manipulated. So in that moment, so what I did, I don't know if you want to know, but I found neem leaves. I did it for 2 weeks. Every place is a system of control. In religion, a different church. Even if you jump from church to church, there are different rules. Huh? Suddenly there is a different Bible also. There's different pastor. They control. Look who is in control right now. Look who is controlling this society. Look at them. Are they following rules? They don't give a shit about rules. They don't give a shit about you, how you feel. They just want power. They want your electricity. They want your divine electricity, because they can't make it. Only human being with, only being with this divine spark can create this emotion. And so what happens? They're losing control now. They're losing control because there's more and more people are awakening and coming to their power and saying, what the fuck? What's happening now? They're panicking. They're panicking. What do they want? Before they were killing, when just a little bit of some willpower comes out, and some knowledge, and you're remembering, what did they do? They try to control you different ways, different scenarios. As we going through, in the medieval ages, with these people that were waking up, witches. I'm a witch. I'm a witch. What did they do with this? Magicians. Leonardo da Vinci. All these people, people that remember, they're like, oh my God, I'm connected. I'm super consciousness. I have a direct connection with God. And I can pick any information from there. But then it comes power. You're like, yeah. People that tired of eating plastic, they started growing their own food, organic food, pesticides. When you live at some point, when you live in the slavery for so long, you want to the leaders. I'm talking to leaders right now. Yeah, the leaders, the leading powers. The revolution. You want to do the revolution. You want to, I just want to change that, right? You want to change it. Yes. That's the willpower that was suppressed, that was nailed to the floor by all these vaccines, by marketing, by words. We have magical words. If you're repeating mantras, repeating different things, you're serving different egregores. It's separate topics. When you look at your society, look where you are right now, you are controlled. To be completely out of control in freedom, you have to die and you have to be completely alone and okay with that. That's the state. That's the state of freedom. But people are afraid of that. But in Matrix, they show you that. Tomorrow I'm gonna unpack Matrix. What to do with this freedom. Because you also are scared of freedom. You can't live anymore in this old controlled environment. and feeling like a little bacteria in a petri dish where they control you when they feed you and they give you light, and and then they decide when you die, when you no longer need it, and you're just hungry. Hunger Games movie. Have you seen this series, Hunger Games? That's that. Hunger, program of hunger. Program of hunger. That's another one. It's a control. Okay, so when you in the system, people fuck you. And you fuck the people. For the same thing, for resources. For love, for care, for attention. People fuck themselves on the internet. I don't know, Instagram, have you seen this? Like, they're just outdoing themselves. So, like, I just want to be loved. I just, look at me, look at my boobs, look at my ass. Selling. Look. So, disease, yeah. So the more you control, the more needs to die. The more pain you're gonna feel. So, yeah, people ego. That ego, I'm not talking about ego as a like, no, I wanna do something big. Like, I have a big ego. I'm gonna do a big social project. I'm a leader. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find my people. They will come. You guys will come to me. Who are listening to me? Who will be listening to me? Not right now. Your ears and until when this crisis happen, when you will say like, fuck, I can't do this anymore. Okay, then you will hear me, and together we can create social. We can create a projects. We can create that on this earth in this little time. And then I'll be, I don't know, in another planet. Maybe I'll come back. I don't know. It's this destruction. It's this control is controlling your destructive powers. And that's what they nailed that to the floor. Your destructive powers. Through spirituality especially, like, oh, I'm so beautiful, I'm so light, I'm just like with my white wings, I'm just gonna fuck you. You can't do shit with your wings, with your love and nothing. You back to slavery, death. That's why a lot of people in spirituality, there's a lot of disease. And they're surprised, like, how? I did so many meditations. I did so many Mary Magdalene's, and I did because you didn't. You left your dark side. Your dark side. Your ability to defend yourself, to yell at someone, to kill something. A mosquito comes to me and tries to drink my blood, I kill it. But in spiritual community, do you understand? Okay, that's another topic. I'll go deeper into this. Kill it. Kill. If somebody do it on whatever level that is, whatever level you can do. I'm not talking about violence for violence and war. No, I'm talking connecting to that power of destruction. Destroy that relationship if you don't like it. Destroy that. If you have a abusive husband, stand up for yourself. If you can't stand up, find the power, leave it, and then give that. When you come out of this matter, come out of these programs, when you're in your power, that person is gonna have to go through pain and suffering. That person that did something to you and you gave him love and care, that person is gonna suffer. Is gonna go through pain. Anyway, whether you forgave or not forgave, it's necessary. It's necessary. They will be in misery. We're afraid of this darkness. How? But that's how they control you, to tell you that you are nothing. You are like, and more in controlling you in church. The posts that I read from people that are in the religion, Savior, my Savior, when I communicate with my Savior, you don't communicate with nothing. There's no a Savior. Who's Savior? What? Why say you? You're just so fucking lazy. That's why you're sick. You need to save yourself. Who is gonna save you? What is this fucking illusion? Savior. It's infantilism. You're infantile child. That's why you're sick right now. The body can't handle your fucking idiotism, your craziness. That's why your body is sick. Your rejection, you're rejecting, you're so programmed by religion to be, that's another controlling mechanism. It's very strong. And so you want, and why are you sick? Why can't you save yourself? Why are you waiting for someone, for some savior? You're just gonna die. I mean, okay, you're gonna recover and then